Hey there, teacher friend. Welcome to episode 4 of 5 Good Things for Teachers. As I record this, we sit in the middle of the most beautiful Midwestern November I can ever remember. I hope that wherever this reaches you, all is as well as it can be in your world. If you're more of a look and see kind of teacher, check the video description box for the link to view all of this word nerd goodness in its original visual form. In this edition, you'll find the student choice reading activity, word nerd sweatshirts. I'm super excited about that one. Some Thanksgiving trivia, a mentor sentence activity, and golden shovel gratitude poems. Are you ready? Me too. Let's jump in. Good thing number one, student choice reading activity. About a year ago, I made a video showcasing 6 books I had purchased but not read yet. Anyone else believe that book buying and book reading are two totally different hobbies? Anyway, since then I've actually read 5 of them and turned them into First Chapter Friday videos. I thought it might be fun to show the video to your whole class and then let each student pick which book they're most interested in. Then they can listen to that First Chapter Friday on their own. Student choice in reading is so important, but if your students need a little guidance in that department, this strategy might actually accomplish both direction and self selection. The books featured in the video are The Line of Mars by Jennifer L. Holm, Greetings from Witness Protection by Jake Burt, Poop Knows the Scoop by Taryn Souters, Ban This Book by Alan Gratz, Attack of the Black Rectangles by Amy Serig King, and The First Rule of Climate Club by Carrie Firestone. Links to each of the First Chapter Fridays can be found in the description box of this video, except for the Attack of the Black Rectangles. I still need to read that one yet, but you could still do this activity and do the first chapter reading aloud with that group yourself. There are also book purchasing links in case you want to add these titles to your classroom library. Because I love you so much and I want to give you a little boost, I'm giving you a free mini pack of my student engagement worksheets featuring these 5 novels, plus a generic version that can be used with Attack of the Black Rectangles or any novel. You can find the link in the visual version. I'll be sure to point that out in the video description box. Before we move on to good thing number 2, I want to remind you that if you ever have requests for First Chapter Fridays or you want to be featured in a First Chapter Friday shout out, just email me and let me know. You can reach out to me anytime at wordnerd@amandazieba.com. Alrighty, time for good thing number 2, word nerd sweatshirts. I am so stinking excited to share these sweatshirts I made. Ever since COVID, I pretty much live in a comfy casual wardrobe, and these sweatshirts accomplish both while also shouting out my supreme word nerd status. There are 2 different styles, one that simply says word nerd, and the other that says I'm living in my word nerd era. By now, I've probably made my love of Taylor pretty clear, so it's likely not surprising that I've jumped onto this trend. These sweatshirts are perfect for jeans day at work and weekend wear, and they come in a variety of sizes and color combinations. If you're needing items to add to your own Christmas list, or you're looking for a gift idea for your coworker bestie, this is it. I just want to offer up a gentle warning. Printful, the company that I've used to make these sweatshirts, says that you should make all holiday purchases by December 8th to ensure that they arrive in time. Click the link in the description box to see them and purchase. Or if you're an auditory kind of learner, you can just remember this website, www.amandazieba.com/gs-swag. Okay, trust me, you're going to want these sweatshirts. I have one in the Dusty Rose Taylor version, but I kind of think that I need a green one too. So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll put it on my own Christmas list. Good thing number 3 is Thanksgiving trivia. If you're looking to do a little something fun to celebrate Thanksgiving in your classroom, but you don't want to devote an entire lesson to it, or maybe you've got shortened classes and a crazy schedule and need a filler activity that is moderately educational, yeah, I've got you covered. My Thanksgiving trivia video can be completed as either a whole class, small group, or individual activity. Students can either record their answers on scratch paper or you can use the new and improved principal answer sheets. Either way, your students will learn all sorts of fun facts about this national holiday and hopefully have a little fun too. Side note, this is my most popular video ever on my YouTube channel, reaching well over 12,000 views. And if that's not, validation of its popularity and the fact that students love it, I don't know what is. If you want to save big and get all the brain break answer sheets, you can grab the full brain break bundle via the link in the description box. Good thing number 4 is a mentor sentence activity. When I saw this post on Instagram from Reading and Writing Haven, I was immediately sucked into swiping. I know you can't see it right now, but it models how to use mentor sentences from novels students are reading to review sentence structures. Again, you'll have to click the link in the description box to get the full visual, but I love the way it combines student free reading or a whole class novel with a grammar and writing lesson. I mean, I did grow up in the balanced literacy phase of the pendulum swing. Anybody else? The way I'd use this is to ask students to keep their eyes peeled for a great sentence during their free reading time. Afterward, we'd share our sentences by writing them on mini whiteboards, or regular paper would work too. First, I'd have us talk about why students chose their particular sentence. What about it did they like? Its word choice, the way it sounds when you read it out loud, the picture it put in your head, its efficiency to move the story forward quickly. Then we could dive into identifying each type of sentence and picking out the grammatical parts, using Melissa's graphics as a guide. You could even take it one step further by challenging them to rewrite the sentence using a different sentence structure. If your students haven't worked on sentence structure this deeply before, you could use this as an introduction with a bit more scaffolding rather than a quick review. I've got links to the full post and also Melissa's website so you can read her blog post that gives even more ideas about how to use mentor sentences in your lessons. My personal fave on her list is a scavenger hunt. And last but not least, finally, good thing number 5 is a golden shovel poem of gratitude. I first learned about golden shovel poems from Kate Messner's book, Breakout. This item is not about Kate's book, but you should totally read it. It's told entirely in primary documents and has an incredible way of sucking in readers and not letting them go until the very end. So, what this good thing is about is a golden shovel poem and gratitude. Golden Shovel poem borrows a line from another piece of writing, one that inspires, resonates, or speaks to the reader. This line becomes the theme of the new poem. The line also makes up the last word of each line of the new poem. The word nerd in me adores the idea of taking someone else's wonderful and meaningful words and making them my own. Here's my example. My striking line comes from a poem titled One Day by Tony Bianco, and it is facing the stars, hope, a new constellation waiting for us to map it, waiting for us to name it together. And I used that as I wrote this poem. Each year, at the beginning of the holiday season, I find myself facing the coming days with wondrous anticipation. Even though the days grow darker, it seems that everything is brighter, that even the stars shine in a way that show hope. Hope that we will all find a way to come together, to pull back the old and emerge as a new formation, a new congregation, a new constellation. This time of year, I find myself waiting for everyone to wake up and remember what we are living for, the purpose and joy of living as an us, as a whole. I live these celebratory days waiting for humanity to make a plan, a blueprint, or a map to follow so that next year it won't be such a surprise or be something that needs waiting for. This is the time of year I hope for miracles to convince us that waiting for Thanksgiving, waiting for Christmas, waiting for New Year's to give our gifts and goals a name is hardly the point of living. This time of year reminds me the importance of being and working and living together. Again, I know this might be confusing, but it'll hopefully be made clear by viewing my example. Again, you can find that link in the description box. If you're looking for a gratitude focused writing activity for your students this holiday season, give a Golden Shovel poem a try. I've linked to Google Doc. It's nothing fancy, but it's there. And I've got directions and a few possible Golden Shovel lines your students can use as the genesis of their own new poems. Before I let you go, I want to let you know that I always view our relationship as a collaborative one. I find, create, and share ideas, then y'all take them and run with it. You know your school, your students. You know how to implement these ideas in a way that will work for you and your classroom. My goal is hopefully just to make that task a little bit easier and maybe even a little bit more fun. I hope that the days fly by and that Thanksgiving break is here before you know it. I am so grateful for you and for all that you do. All my best and happy Thanksgiving, Amanda. Yes, in December, I'm switching up my email dates a bit because of winter breaks. I know you'll need some word nerd goodness and lesson ideas earlier than usual, so look for me in your inbox on December 7th and 14th instead of my usual schedule of the first and third Thursdays of each month. Spoiler alert, I'll be offering up that classroom library giveaway as I've done the past 2 years, so you will definitely want to open those emails. Alrighty, that's it for this episode of 5 Good Things for Teachers. I hope I'll see you here again next time.